In this section, we're going to create our normal map. Now, you can create a normal map in one of a few different ways. You can use a standalone piece of software called Crazy Bump, or you can use some filters for Photoshop. One is the NVIDIA Texture Tools, and the one that I'll be using is the one that comes with XNormal. And when you install XNormal, it creates the filter here, and we're going to use the height to normals. And what we're going to do is create a monochrome texture, which we are then going to convert to a normal map. So first of all, we're going to take our background, go to Filter, XNormal, Height to Normals. We're going to change our source to grayscale, press Update. Didn't change much there. And it's best to keep the bias off, because if you have the bias on, it tends to make the normal maps a little bit too strong. So we're going to keep that off, press Update. And that's what our normal map is going to look like. So we'll press Continue there. The next layer that we're going to use is the paint layer. Now, the problem with the normal map filter is you can't use it on a layer that has an effects filter. The next layer, right, hang on. We're going to use, no, shut up, what is it I'm going to do? We're now going to convert our paint layer to a normal map. Now, a layer that has layer effects assigned to it can't be converted with the filter. If we go to height to normals on this, you'll see that there's no detail whatsoever. So we just have to close that down. Well, there's another way around this. We've got our 3 layers of paint there, so what we'll do is we'll make a copy of each one simply by clicking and dragging down to the New Layer button. So each one has its own copy. Now we'll do the green one first. So we'll hide our original one, highlight our copy and create a new layer above it. And double click on the effects layer. Now, because we want to have a grayscale, what we're going to do is we're going to change our color overlay to white. And to show that parts of the paint are raised, we're going to use an inner glow. Highlight that. Change the blend mode to normal. Going to change our color to black. And you can see it change here. We're going to change our technique to precise, which makes it a bit heavier. And we're going to change the pixel size down to 2. And we'll press OK. Now, since it still has this layer effects channel on it, we have to select that, press Ctrl and select our empty layer above, and then go to Layer, Merge Layers. So we've got our layer that we've just changed, and we've got our original one as well. So we run our new version of the green paint through XNormal. That gives you some idea what the normal map is going to look like there. Keep everything the same, grayscale, and press Continue. Then we can hide that. Now here's our yellow paint layer. We'll hide that and go to our copy, and we'll create our new layer above. Now we want to change again the color to white. You can see it there. We want to create our inner glow. Change that to normal. We want to change the color to black. There we are. Change to precise, and then the size down to 2. And press OK. Then we want to press Control and click on our empty layer above. Go to Layer, Merge Layers, and then go to Filter, X Normal, Height to Normals. There you can see our normal map. Same settings as before. Press Continue. Now we'll do exactly the same with our other layer. So we'll hide our original layer, create a new layer above, double click on the layer style, change the overlay color to white, our inner glow, normal, the color to black, the technique to precise, the size down to 2. So we can then control and click on the empty layer above, go to Layer, Merge Layers, and then we go to our Filter, X Normal, Height to Normals, and there's our normal map. Don't worry about these lines around the outside, this is just a preview. They won't actually look like that. And we'll press Continue. There we are. There's our 3 layers of normal map. Now on the main paint, this one here, the green, we want some of the grain from underneath to show through. So we will reduce the opacity down to around 65, no, down to around 35%. So we can just see the metal underneath beginning to show through the paint. And there we've created our normal map. We'll then save this off. Normal. And that's all ready to go into our scene at the end of the tutorial. In the next section we're going to have a brief discussion before continuing with the wood texture.